What's up everybody, it's Cama, and in this video what I'm going to be talking about is everything to do with self-love. The topic of self-confidence and feeling good in your own skin. Because maybe right now, either you're at a point, or maybe you know someone who has transformed their body, or is in the process of transforming their body. They're losing body fat, they're toning up, or maybe they've even got some plastic surgery done, right? Something has happened. They've transformed their body, but because they didn't transform their psychology, they still look at themselves in the mirror, or you still look at yourself in the mirror. You're pointing out the faults. You're looking at what's wrong rather than what's right. You're seeing the defects rather than the beauty. And no matter how much you constantly transform your body, no matter how much you lose body fat, no matter how much muscle you gain, if you don't transform what I'm about to share with you in this video, nothing is actually going to shift. And I can say that from experience. For those of you who don't know my personal story, long story short, I was bullied as a kid for being chubby. Wasn't overweight, wasn't massively obese, but I was a chubby kid. And I got bullied, and from that, it took me on the journey to lose weight, right? But here's what I found. I became a personal trainer. I fell in love with health and fitness, right? And even though that I transformed the way that I looked, because I didn't transform the way that I saw myself, because I didn't transform the way that I see, nothing actually shifted. And that's when it clicks. You can transform the way that you look, but if you don't transform the way that you see, then nothing actually shifts. So my outcome in this video isn't to help you transform the way that you look. It's to help you transform the way that you see by focusing on what is the root cause of all of your motives. Why is it that you're constantly going to the gym? Why is it that you are trying to eat healthy? Or why is it that you are restricting yourself to the point that you are transforming the way that you look, but you are damaging your health? What is the reason for that? And I've always been this explorer of human psychology, an explorer of human behavior, first for myself and then other people. And then what I figured out is that at the root cause of anyone who is trying to transform their body unhealthfully is fear. So to illustrate this point, I want to tell you a story, right? So I was coaching a client the other day, and he was telling me about how he wanted to really lose body fat by a very specific time, by the end of the year. 2017 is coming to an end. And I said, well, why? Like, why is it that you have this neediness in your voice, that you really want to achieve this goal? Why is it an absolute need? And he said to me, because I don't want to look bad for my ex-girlfriend. And I said, So that is a surface level fear. I didn't say this, but I was like, okay, that's surface level fear. He doesn't want to look bad for his girlfriend. But then I said to him, why? What is underneath that fear? What would happen if you looked bad for your girlfriend, ex-girlfriend? And he said to me that if I don't, then I'm not going to look good. And I said, cool, if you don't look good, then what's going to happen? Then I'm not going to feel good. And I said, cool, if you don't feel good, then what's going to happen? Then I'm not going to feel worthy. And I said, cool, if you're not feeling worthy, then what's going to happen? Then I won't be accepted. Then I won't be good enough. And I said, cool. So we popped up on video on this. At this point, it was a voice call. So I put him up on videos because I like to do visual illustrations to drive home a point. So I said, cool, here is your main motive, right? Right here, your main motive is I'm not enough. So there is this void that you're trying to fill. There is this thing that there is this illusion of emptiness, that you aren't enough. And you're trying to compensate that with transforming your body. So here's what happens, and maybe you can relate to this. As I'm speaking, I'm sure that you can relate to this dude's story, right? This dude saying this to me. So I say, cool, here's where you are, I'm not enough. And you think that by getting a better body, whatever that means, because a better body is subjective, or it has been spoon-fed to you what a good body is by the media, by what you've seen growing up, by the people that you follow on Instagram, all these people molding your subconscious mind to create this template of what a good body is. And then you go ahead and you train and you eat healthy to fit this illusion, this idea of what a good body is. So then what you do is you go, cool, well, because here's what happens. You go and get this better body, And you get to that point and you go, shit, why don't I feel good enough? Why is it that I still feel crap about myself? So then you go, cool, maybe I need to lose more body fat, or maybe I need to go ahead and get more muscle, or maybe I need to go and do my hair, or maybe I need to go and get a tan. And all of these things are on the outside. You're trying to transform your external world, but here's what I said to him. You can transform your external world as much as you want, but if you don't transform your internal world, nothing is actually going to shift. You can transform the way that you look, but if you don't transform the way that you see, if you don't transform what is happening at the root cause of your motives, then nothing is actually going to happen. Let's identify this. Why is it that you don't feel good enough? Why is it that you feel the need to fit this idea of what a good body is? What is at the root cause of all of your suffering? And if you really go deep within, and you really start to find out your primary fear, your surface level fear, and then keep going down, well, what happens if I don't do that? What happens if I don't get this body? What is underneath all of that? Well, I got cheated on and I don't want to be cheated on again, so I need to make sure that I look good. Okay, it's still surface level fear. What's underneath that? And at the end of the day, what I've found, a consistent pattern, is people, their motive is that they're not good enough. They feel that they're not good enough. So they feel that from more money, or a better car, or more Instagram likes, or more Instagram followers, or social media followers, and fame, right? All these things is going to fill the void. It's going to fill the illusion of, I'm not enough. But I can tell you right now, and how many of you people know this or have experienced this, right? You get this better body. Or maybe, right, you look at old photos right now. You look at old photos of how you looked in the past, and you see yourself having less body fat than you have right now, or you have a better body than what you have right now. And you look at that and you go, holy shit, why the hell wasn't I happy back then? I would kill to be back there. I would kill to have that body. But you go back, you step back in time to how you felt about yourself back then. If you were to be honest with yourself, or maybe this isn't true, but from my own experience and from people who I've coached, 9 times out of 10, they'll step back into how they felt about themselves when they looked better, right? Looked better. They still didn't feel happy. Why is that? Because they didn't focus on the root cause. That's why with self-mastery, yes, I give people a training plan. Yes, I give people a meal plan. Yes, I'm showing them how to giving them tools and nutrition tools and training tools. But if I'm not focusing on this, after the 10-week program, they're still going to feel like crap. Or they may feel good temporarily, but then they go back into the old patterns because they haven't changed the way that they're perceiving themselves. They haven't changed their beliefs about themselves. And for those of you who don't know, your beliefs are distorting your perception of reality. Right now, what you see isn't the truth. You are seeing, your perception is being filtered. Your perception is being colored by what someone said to you as a kid, by your belief system about yourself, by your belief systems about what a good body is. So you distort this current moment, how you see yourself right now, based on your beliefs, based on your identity, based on your disempowering subconscious beliefs and consistent thoughts. All those things are altering your perception of reality. And if you don't change that, if you don't start to go within, nothing's actually going to shift. So for me, there are a lot of things that I personally do, and what I've found, if I don't do a daily practice of, for example, one little tip, tool that is that I talk about a lot on this channel is meditation. I know for myself, if I don't drug myself to get out of the illusion that I'm not enough through meditation, through deep breathing, through listening to people like Eckhart Tolle and people who talk about spirituality, if I don't do that, then I fall back into the trap that I need to get this amount of money, or I need to make this video for this many views, or I need to make a controversial video, I need to post this picture online to get likes, to get this dopamine hit, to make me feel good temporarily. But I haven't addressed, why is it that I don't feel good enough? And I find that when I connect to myself on a daily basis, I fall out of the trap of believing that I'm not enough. So I really hope that this video helped you out. I really hope that this video gave you an idea about where your motives are coming from. And by the way, just because you find out that maybe your motives are from I'm not enough, it doesn't mean that you lower your standards and say, you know what, I'm just never going to train again. Because that's what some people do. They fall into this self-love movement, but then they just, through the self-love movement, they just say, I love my body, and then so yes, love your body. Yes, believe that you are amazing. And that doesn't mean that you have to lower your standards for your health to fit that idea that you love your body. You can have high standards for your health. You can go to the gym 5 to 6 days a week. You can eat healthy, right? You can even track your calories and still love your body. But your relationship, here's what changes. What changes is your relationship, your association to those things. You're not doing it to fill a void. You're doing it because it makes you feel amazing. You're doing it because it makes you perform at high levels throughout your day. You're doing it because when you work on yourself through going to the gym, through eating healthy, you show up differently. That's why you do it. You're not doing it to fill this void of I'm not enough. So I really hope that this video helped you out. Didn't really have specific ideas about what I wanted to talk about, but I really hope that somehow through me sharing my experience and also the story with my client, that something triggered within you, that you have a new level of awareness, that you start to do things differently, that you make it your #1 priority. Instead of connecting with people first thing on social media in the morning by checking your phone or by checking your computer, that you connect to yourself, that you create a morning ritual where you go for a walk, where you do meditation, or you do something that connects to yourself, where you can fall out of the illusion that you're not enough, and then you don't go ahead and fall into the trap of consumerism to buy things to make you feel better about yourself temporarily. To work out to the point that is so unhealthy, to restrict yourself of calories that is so unhealthy, that you think it's going to fill the void. So I love you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you are not subscribed, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. And until I see you guys in the very next video, remember to love all living things. And most importantly, love thyself.